to us off air, which I find fascinating, is that there is an international component to the story, if not the product, and that is that you had a competitor. This little University of Michigan student from Muskegon, Michigan, was in competition with a fairly large country called China for your raw product. Tell us that story. I think that's really interesting.
So during my first year in college, I decided to redesign Oshki's supply chain entirely. I became more educated on the impacts of a company's supply chain and how to have the most sustainable product. Companies preaching sustainability must work towards it across the entirety of their production, not just within their corporate structure, but also with their suppliers. A company may be using sustainable methods, but if they have to ship resources from halfway across the world 2 to 3 different times before their product reaches their consumer, what is their true impact? If a company produces in Vietnam, but 99% of their customer base is in the United States, how sustainable are they when you consider the fossil fuels being used? Oshki's customers are almost entirely in the United States, and when I considered this, I wanted to redesign my supply chain accordingly. Oshki's supply chain now consists entirely in the United States. I was inspired to use plastic waste from the Great Lakes in our clothing using recycled polyester. 22 million pounds of plastic waste enter the Great Lakes every single year, a number set to triple by 2050. While recycled polyester has been produced overseas for about 25 years, it's a relatively new industry in the US, as China just recently stopped buying plastic waste from recycling centers in mid-2018. Due to this recent development, Oshki is the first apparel company to use 100% United States plastic waste in every garment. And after a lot of hard work, we are launching this new element June 25th at 6 p.m.